Welcome to the first review of Alien Romulus. So this is going to be a new quick review series where we review new films anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. And it's just me, don't have a co-host today. So these are just going to be my quick thoughts and kind of opinions on Alien Romulus, which I saw twice so far, both opening week. At first, it was my second most anticipated film behind Maxine. But Maxine, the hype just blew over for that really fast once I saw the trailer. So this film, it was in the making for a long time. I remember when Neil Blomkamp was first attached to this, and originally he was directing it, then it got scrapped, and it was kind of up in the air, then Disney bought it. It's crazy to think, this is a Disney film as well. Disney, work on Star Wars too. Take note from Alien Romulus and work on Star Wars. So besides the point, I just want to go over a few pros I have on the film. I have a ton of pros versus almost, little to no cons. So the first one's the cinematography. Excellent cinematography. It's kind of got the red and black type of lighting. Kind of reminds me of Blade Runner in a sense, which makes sense. I mean, it's another Ridley Scott franchise. So I thought that was tremendous. The second one I have is Kaylee Spaney and David Johnson. Their chemistry on screen, absolutely incredible. It's like a sibling duo. You got the synthetic, you got the human, how they interact, how they bond together emotionally. Even through a synthetic, he kind of feels like touch towards Brain, and vice versa, which kind of lacked in Prometheus and Covenant a little bit with the synthetics of David in that film. And the next one I have is OG horror elements from Alien 1979, which has lacked, considering even Ridley Scott directed the last two Alien films. But this felt like I feel like this is how modern day audience felt when they were watching, if they were watching Alien in 1979. Which is great, kind of brings in a new audience together, a younger audience, which is good also why they brought in a younger cast, not so how, Covenant and Prometheus did. Tremendous work. Less CGI, more practical. We knew from the start that there was going to be more practical work than CGI. The only CGI, that was questionable was the final act, and that's not even considered questionable. I think it was more so, the quote-unquote worst out of the whole film. It still looked fucking amazing, don't get me wrong, but the xenomorphs looked absolutely incredible. Very much fit the vibe from the original, which is good because this film takes place after Alien, the original, and the sets were incredible. You got to remember, this film was had an $80 million budget, which you would never guess that. You would think this is a, $150 million, budget film, but it's not. It's 80 million is not light by any means, but it's tremendous sets. Even using practical effects with an $80 million budget just tells you how much effort they put into this film. And without giving any spoilers, the final act is worth the whole film. The final act put together everything I wanted from this film, and I loved it. I already loved it up until the final act, but I would even go to say this is probably my favorite film in the last 5 years. That's how much this final act put together the whole film. And Fede Alvarez, obviously, tremendous director, tremendous work with his actors, with his sets, with his budget, with his story. I would love to see what he does with the Alien franchise. Even if he wants to do an Alien versus Predator, I'm all for it. I'm a huge Alien fan, huge Predator fan, huge fan of films, and this felt like cinema at its finest, especially horror filmmaking. And the only cons I have, which are really none, it was probably the use of this, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it's the use of this synthetic using a CGI face of an actor, which I won't give away, even though I feel like most people have seen this by now. But that was my only con. It was very, very random, very, it looked okay, but you'll see what I mean if you've seen the film, and that's really my only con. So that's my quick 5-minute review on Alien Romulus, and so I'm going to give this out of 10 skulls. I don't know if we're going to keep skulls as like the rating system, but that's what I want to give it so far, so I have to give it a solid 8.7 skulls out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed my review on Alien Romulus. See you next time. I can't get